Hello and welcome everybody from Dubai. Today is 28th January of 2022, but we will visit the Expo 2020. How is this possible? Unfortunately, because of the COVID pandemic, this World Exposition was delayed by 1 year, and it began in October 2021, and it will be closed on the 31 March of 2022. So this is how it is possible that I can still visit this very famous World Exposition. But what is the story of these expositions? They take place every third or fifth year, it depends, and it has a lot of history. The first World Exposition was in 1791 in Prague, in the current Czech Republic. So these world exhibitions always had the purpose to exchange new ideas and to showcase new achievements of the nations. This is why they gathered together, and as I already mentioned, these have a lot of history. The first computer, the first television, the first telephone, all of them were showcased in these exhibitions. Well, nowadays main topic of the Dubai Expo 2020, it's Connecting Minds, Creating Future, and it also has some sub-themes: connectivity, mobility and sustainability, and also this huge park corresponds to these three sub-themes. So it has three parts. You can travel between these three parts by train and shuttle bus and everything, so it's really well organized. And you can imagine this very huge park. It has 4.38 square kilometers, so it's really huge. Well, we will not visit all of them because I bought only 1 day pass, but if you have more time, it's also recommended to stay 4 or 5 days to explore everything. A lot of countries participate in this World Expo, and you can find pavilions for each country. So when you enter into a pavilion of a country, you can explore the local characteristics, local culture, cuisine, and everything what is presented there. So it's of course the decision of the participating country, what do they want to showcase to the world. So this is actually the main idea of this World Expo, to exchange culture and ideas and everything what these nations want to present about themselves. So it's a real expedition if you walk around in this huge park. Usually the buildings of the Expo are dismantled, but this will not happen here in Dubai. They will reuse these buildings, and it will be part of a so-called District 2020. So even the metro station Expo 2020 will be renamed to District 2020, and these buildings will be served like school, hospital, science center, and also some buildings will be converted to simple livings. So I think this is very good idea, because usually these Expo buildings are not used anymore. It's a very funny story about this, that the Eiffel Tower in Paris was constructed for the Expo in Paris in 1889, and local people didn't like that tower. They said it's ugly and it's not nice to have this huge building in Paris, and they wanted to demolish it. Well, it was, I think, a good idea to not accept the opinion of these people, and we can see that nowadays it's a real symbol of the city. And well, when we just mention Paris, everybody thinks about the Eiffel Tower. So yeah, it's a funny story that back in time they didn't really like it. Okay, so let's walk around and discover some countries' pavilions. I still don't know which one I will visit, but I think I will just pick in a random way.
حياكم زوارنا الكرام، مرحبا بكم في إكسبو 2020 دبي. صحتكم وسلامتكم أولويتنا القصوى لحماية أنفسكم والآخرين. نرجو منكم وضع.
This is the building of Saudi Arabia.
Expo 2023 Internal Shuttle. There are stops at every entranceway and park, and cross the front frequently. After a volunteer for more information.
Ecco. Ez a legnagyobb muszlim szentély Mekkában. This is the pavilion of Kenya. Al Wasl Plaza. This is the pavilion of China. This is the presentation of the Chinese railway, super fast. This is the building of Brunei Darussalam. This is the building of Malaysia.
Was not such
The second one is better than the first one. Always, okay? Yeah, because you already have the method, okay? How to do it better.
For millennia, long before human arrival, this land
was forest. Hundreds of thousands of animals and plants thrive in this lush space, playing a vital role in the global carbon and water cycles, making the Earth a habitable planet, and making Malaysia the 12th mega biodiverse country in the world. In 1992, when the world united to address the emerging ecological crises at the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, or better known as the Rio Earth Summit, Malaysia boldly pledged to maintain at least 50% of its landmass as forest and tree cover, a visionary contribution to maintain vital green lungs for the world.
Cultivation too. Adhere to good agricultural practices, including certification schemes in the Pacific, oil, and timber. This causes hundreds of thousands of animals and plants thrive in this lush space, playing a vital role in global carbon and water cycles, making the Earth
The next World Expo was supposed to be in Buenos Aires in Argentina in 2023. These world fairs are held in every 3-5 years, but Buenos Aires cancelled already. They don't want to host it, probably because of the COVID pandemics and all the financial crisis which was caused by it. So the next host was not yet announced. We will see who will organize it. This is the building of Vanuatu. It's absolutely incredible that not very known countries are also present at the Dubai Expo. very similar to the global village because there the countries are also presented, but they focus more on the shopping. You can buy each country's souvenirs and foods, mostly foods. So yeah, but that's also worth visiting. This is the pavilion of Australia.
And so my parents, but I have grandparents from both Europe and Ireland. I absolutely love it here in Australia. I think it's a beautiful country, and I hope I'm able to share with you my love for the biggest island in the world. Have a great time. See you.
The universal interconnectedness in Aboriginal culture reinforces our understanding that we are all interrelated to each other and the environment. While we all look up the same constellations, there are many different stories from the north to the south and west to the east. Everything is written twice, on the ground and in the sky. As we read the land, we look to the sky and watch for the seasonal constellations. When we navigate, the stars guide us at night. Through the day, stone arrangements and carved markers remind us of the stars. The Pleiades star cluster, known across Australia as the Seven Sisters, There are many similarities across the different language groups of the Central Desert about this epic dreaming story. Further west and to the east, the story shifts, and in some areas, it's the age-old story about unrequited forbidden love. The moral of the Seven Sisters story echoes across the country, reminding us all of the value of women and ensuring morality. Sky knowledge includes the practical and the spiritual. It is handed down from one generation to next through kinship systems, lore, story, songs, ceremonies, rock art, carvings, and paintings.
This is the building of Syria. The first written alphabet was found in Syria, dating back to 1400 before Christ. Hundreds of Syrians in Syria and around the world came together and made 1,500 tablets, symbolizing that together we will rise. These tablets are really beautiful. I love this art. Exposition of Syrian art. The creation of the Expo is completely unbelievable. Each subtopic has a pavilion. So this is the pavilion of the mobility called Alif. Very impressive building. And this is Garden in the Sky. It is not just an elevator. It also keeps moving and you have a 360 degrees view. You need to pay 30 dirhams for this. It's not included in the entrance fee, which is 45 dirham, approximately 10-12 euro for one day. It's a small garden indeed. This is the pavilion of Sweden. I showed you this statue of the Grotted Gran in Malmö. This is where it is the original one.
زوارنا الأعزاء، سلامتكم هي أولويتنا. يرجى تجهيز شهادة التطعيم أو النتيجة السلبية لاختبار PCR قبل الوصول إلى
The flags of the participating countries. So this was the vlog about Expo 2020 from Dubai. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if that's so, please subscribe to my channel. And it's very important to push on the bell icon, because this is how you will get notified about the new contents. Have a nice day and goodbye.